and we are doing this on my page. So hopefully this will be no trolls involved in this. No trolls on this page, no trolls at all until I put it on YouTube. Anyway, people are wondering, well, now, damn, he's got his Facebook Live page going on. The majority of people on this page are Cowboy fans. And we did something really good by signing a backup quarterback by the name of Andy Dalton. And that was a great thing because we need to do that because it puts the pressure on Dakota to do a better performance and to have a better way of getting the team to the promised land. There's only one way, and of course, it's the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. They picked up CeeDee Lamb. Great pick for the Cowboys to get CeeDee Lamb. So I think by getting Andy or Andrew Dalton was a great serviceable quarterback to back up Dakota because he's been to 5 playoffs and he's taken the Bengals to 5 playoffs. Cincinnati Bengals cut him. We picked him up as the backup, and it puts a little fire under Dakota's butt, and Dakota needs a little fire under his butt. So anyway, we are show 2 in 2020, and it's a show 2, so we're doing it right here. Like I said, last week we did it under this man's page. This week we're doing it in my page to eliminate any problems. So again, I don't think I have any trolls. It's on my page. I don't think I have any trolls. So that's what I'm saying with a straight face. We'll see. But in 4 days, it's not going to matter because I put it on YouTube, and then they all come out of the woodwork. So what's going on with you tonight? You've been taking your skim. You've been drinking your skim milk. You've been drinking.
I've been telling you what I've been drinking.
You've been drinking some milk. Okay. RC Cola.
RC Cola.
RC Cola. Okay. You've been drinking some RC Cola. Okay. And how's that RC Cola working for you? Is it?
Usually from getting a headache.
Is that right? Okay. Well, that's good. All right. So I want people. I have over about 2,300 people, 2,302 to be exact. People that know me, people that don't know me. I want people to come out in the droves. It's late. We started late because we're trying to figure out how to do Facebook on the phone. There's a way to do it because people do it. But we're doing it on the computer. But we were trying to figure out how to do Facebook on the phone. We pulled teeth. It was the act of Congress. But we got it on the computer, so that's the main thing, and it's on my page. So, Kevin, recite the Gettysburg Address as I fixed my hair.
407 years ago, our nation put forth nation.
No, 407 years or what? You did what? All right, ladies.
It was written on the back of an envelope.
All right, well, ladies. We know what time it is. We know what was going on. We know who the Mac is. It is Gorgeous George, and I tell you what, we burned the midnight oil with a lot to talk about. We talked last week about Joe Biden, who his VP is going to be. I still say it should be Hillary. We talked about this before, about the emails and all that. The bottom freaking line is simply this: Mike Pence did the same thing, and you didn't hear a damn shit. You didn't hear shit about it. Because the Clintons have always been under the microscope for no matter what they do, constantly under the microscope. Hillary Clinton went ahead and was put under the microscope. Well, she was the most qualified out of the bunch of them to be the president. Of course, then obviously, then Mike Pence, who's the VP, you didn't hear a peep any of the same damn thing by, putting his personal emails on the server there. So
the most qualified person to be president, I mean, if you want intelligence and competence, is Elizabeth Warren. But that's not going to get you very far. She's not a very likable person compared to Joe Biden.
Why do you think that she's
even Donald Trump has
stop. What makes you think Elizabeth Warren is the most?
I mean, did you ever listen to her talk with all her plans and all her and then she one thing what they don't like about Elizabeth Warren is that she's going to sock it to Wall Street, and I don't know if that's such a great idea right now because our economy is on its head right now. So, but I mean, when she was running, things were 6 months ago was so it seemed like 10 years ago. Everything has changed.
Elizabeth Warren
She may. There's
No,
talk about her being
no,
the
no,
being.
no. She is a fruitcake.
All right.
I'm just going to say she's a fruitcake. She's far to the left, and this is coming from a Democrat. This is coming from a Democrat who's a moderate. She's far to the left. She's grandiose ideas that she has, paying for sex changes. We as America
Paying
should,
for second. Where where on Fox News did you hear
we
that?
as Americans should pay for someone's sex change. That's what she was for that. I don't think so.
Right. You think if you want a sex change, George?
Kevin.
I mean,
Yes.
I think the insurance and the government should pay. Now let me tell you something.
No.
Let's be serious.
No.
Nobody is getting sex changes unless you really want one. I mean, nobody. I mean,
Well,
and
If
no,
you
I mean,
look at it for what I mean. Chastity had an addictomy. Chastity had an addictomy, so she's now Chad.
but they also were millionaires to get one.
Well,
I mean,
they were
they're
doing
not
it.
really.
And
good
we still
examples.
don't know where Bruce Jenner.
Caitlyn.
Caitlyn Jenner or Bruce Caitlyn is at right now.
What I'm trying to say is that I know insurance. And
You know insurance.
yeah,
Okay, well, that's why
and
you used to sell insurance.
yeah,
But you didn't even know about life insurance policy where you make a policy. You make
well,
a
I'm not
profit on
talking about life insurance.
No, but I'm talking about.
Okay, but let me
No.
talk about. You want to talk about life insurance? I'll get talk for the next 20 minutes. And it's so exciting. But you want to talk about sex changes? I'll talk about it
What
now.
I'm saying is, you sold life insurance, but you didn't even know that you can make a profit off your own life insurance. I had to explain that to you.
Thank you.
So I didn't, so I had
Yeah.
to, inform you about that.
My kids will be happy that they'll profit from my
and
once
10,
I
15
die.
years from now, you can be pulling for your own insurance.
Yeah. Okay.
Pulling for your own insurance, better than an IRA Roth any
There-
other week.
Well, that's a better investment.
No, it's not.
Okay, then.
It's tax free. A life insurance policy, your own life insurance policy is tax free. That's why you pull from that. Within 15 years, you accumulate a certain amount of money. But
You know why it's tax free? Because you pay the taxes right from the get go. While with a IRA, you always have to pay taxes. So when you get it out when you're 70 years old or 58 years old or whatever age you are when you want to get it out, then the IRA, the tax man is there. Okay, now let me tell you about sex change. If it's in in your hospitalization policy, if it's there, then it's a contract that that they will pay for. But the truth is, I think very few. Let's face it, very few insurance things actually mention sex change because it doesn't apply to anyone. I mean, it's almost like saying I'm going to have my second head removed.
All credibility as far as I'm concerned.
All right.
Okay. So I don't think she's the most.
All right. So that means you won't be getting sex change anytime soon. George.
Well, Kevin, no. I think if anyone between the two of us, you did have that female twin that that, I don't know what she was. She was in that red wig, I mean. Is that what your alter ego?
Well, I wish we could show that picture. It's kind of cool.
Alter ego.
But anyway, but yeah. So well, I mean if that's really, I mean, let's face it, George. You don't vote a politician. I heard it like a girlfriend. It's not like a custom-made suit. It's a politician is you vote for most of what they want, not every single thing they want. If that's the one thing that's going to sink you for Elizabeth Warren, I wouldn't be surprised if Joe Biden wants the same thing. I wouldn't be surprised if Bernie Sanders wants the same thing. He does. They don't. Okay, then they don't.
I don't know about Bernie Sanders, but I know.
But it wouldn't stop me from voting on those guys.
I know that Joe Biden is not. Let me tell you something. Joe Biden's VP pick, I think, if it's not Hillary Clinton, because I still think that Joe Biden should pick Hillary Clinton as his VP. I say that full-heartedly. If not him, then Andrew.
And then you woke up.
No, he should pick Hillary.
All right.
Why shouldn't he not pick Hillary?
Because Hillary had her day.
It doesn't matter. She's the most qualified out of the candidates. Now argue that point with me.
I think they're all very qualified.
Hillary was the most qualified because she was the first lady, and under what our best president Bill Clinton, the best living day president Bill Clinton, under his clock, she was the person that was calling the shots, and she did a lot. She was calling a lot of shots.
I tend to take Bill. I think Bill did more than
Bill did
let Hillary do
Bill
all
did a
the
whole
work.
lot, but Hillary also had some say in that, and she was a brilliant, brilliant woman and very smart at her craft.
They're all smart. Do you think?
Okay.
Do you think?
I don't
Mrs.
think Nancy Reagan
Nancy,
or Barbara Bush could be president.
or how about
Do you think?
Mrs.
Do you think Nancy Reagan or Barbara Bush could be president? No, no.
How about?
No.
But they,
Do you
they
think?
didn't run.
Do you think Michelle Obama could be president? And I'll say no.
Okay.
Michelle Obama could not be president. No, because she did not serve like with Hillary. Hillary served as a senator. Hillary served as a first lady. Of course, she did have that. And Hillary was a secretary. Well, I'm talking about everything she's done. Secretary of State and a senator, of course, first
There's
lady.
about 50 million
Secretary of
guys in red caps that will disagree with you about how smart Hillary is.
State. Okay. But the bottom line is she is smart. The bottom line is she is smart and a genius beyond belief. And that's why she should have been. And that's why we know she should have been. So to say it again,
the world would be a better place.
To say it again, she was the most qualified for Biden to pick as VP. Does she want it? Of course she would want it. All Joe has to do is say, Hillary, I want you as my VP. And she would be an excellent VP because she'd be the most qualified. Now, before you had cut me off, when I was about ready to utter the word, and you just cut me off there. Andrew Cuomo would be another good choice.
He doesn't have. He has a penis. He's not going to get it.
I understand he has a penis. What does that have to do with the price of freaking eggs?
Because they're trying to. The Democrats are trying to go up against two clear white guys, or one very clear white guy. What
does it have to do with color?
It has everything to do with color.
It is not.
We're going to have two white guys running against each other for president.
First of all, it never should have to do anything to do with the color of the person's skin. Sure. They're the most qualified. Right. They're the most qualified.
That's why Obama got elected.
That's the brass tacks right there. Right now, the most qualified are the ones that I'm naming. Andrew Cuomo would be qualified, very qualified. You see what he's doing right now in your favorite state, right?
Oh, it's a wonderful state.
Your favorite state. Well,
actually, Virginia's doing quite well. We're bluer. They're one of the blue states. Okay. I mean, when I say blue states, I mean we're governors, senators, all across the board in Virginia.
Okay.
We've.
But you get my train of thought of what I'm saying. Okay. Yes, you get my train of thought of what I'm saying here. All right, people, we want response. I want responses here. Okay, we're told about this. We planned this out here.
It's on your page, George.
It's on my page. Not going to
get too many responses.
It's on my page. We should have a litany of people in responses wanting to see the Italian boy in the full peck pose. Because you know what? I'm 51 years old, but I still can do the full peck pose. Okay, and maybe if you all respond, I'll take it all off. I'll take it all off if you respond.
Your page, you can do what you want.
I most certainly can.
Why don't you do it?
I most certainly can. I told you. The lady said, can you put it in the hole? I said, I most certainly can. She said, how many holes have you put it in? I said, I put it in a lot of holes. I said, I can do the task anytime. I said, I love them holes. I love all them holes.
I never, I got to tell you something. I never take my shirt off in front of another man.
Okay. You're not,
I mean, maybe at the locker room.
Oh, right.
Just to change into my
but you're not
workout costume.
You're not confident in your sexuality.
I'm not that confident.
Not confident in your sexuality.
It's like being in prison sometimes, being naked from other men.
Okay. All right. So that's still looming right there. Who is he going to pick as his VP? The lady from Michigan. I can't think of her name. What's her name?
Christine Whitmer.
Christine Whitmer, of course.
And she's doing a fine job as a governor. In fact, Cuomo and Whitmer.
She would be a good pick.
And I like our current governor, Governor Blackface. What's his name?
Ralph Northam.
Ralph Northam. Now he's a wonderful guy.
You like Ralph?
I think he's great. And I'm glad he withstood that scandal and everything.
Right. So, and blackface.
And blackface.
Because of whiteface.
Let me tell you about blackface. When I was in high school, there was a high school variety show, and they were going to do a spoof of something with Al Jolson imitator with a guy wearing blackface. And I'm not kidding you. In the rehearsals, I was there because I was one of the people working on it. And it was, and we were having a good time and everything. And then the night of the show, I'm talking 10 seconds before the guy went on stage. Some teacher grabbed him from the back and says, and this is back in the 1970s, they said, this is not going to work. And looking back on it, she was right. We should have known better.
Well, we're not going to put on blackface. So nothing to worry about. I'm not going to put on blackface. He's going to stay in his white face, and I'm going to stay in my olive skin face. And we're going to be, our faces are going to be still say the same.
I'm whiter than Mike Pence.
Okay.
He's the whitest guy. He's so white, he's almost clear. Donald is orange.
Orange.
Also, you were talking about Veeps.
Veeps?
Vice presidents.
Veeps.
We
Veeps.
can let's see. There's there's precedents for picking the right VP, and picking a VP from a blue state is not. You want to pick a VP from a redder state, like you said, Michigan, which makes Christine Whitmer a good.
Well, Michigan is not necessarily a red state.
No, they're not red states, but they're states
They voted
that we
red
well.
last time,
there you go.
but it's not a red
And
state.
it sank,
Michigan is a blue state.
and it sank all our hopes and dreams.
Michigan is a
2016.
blue state, and so is Pennsylvania. When those states become blue again, Michigan and Pennsylvania, hey, that's all she wrote.
Listen,
That's all
things
she
can
wrote.
change all the time. I mean, you could have immigration into a state, working class people. You could have more millionaires move to a place. You could have more college educated people. That will change the whole demographic. There's nothing really changes in America. 60, it's always going to be at the most of 60 to 40%. It's only in the states.
You look at Colorado, once they made pot legal in Colorado, it became bluer than blue. Colorado used to be a red state. Colorado used to be a very, very flaming red state. When they made flame kissed. When they made Colorado a blue state, when they made pot legal in Colorado, it became a blue state.
Yeah, well, let me tell you about speaking of pot. That's a good point. I heard this the other night on the show. Is that Biden is like one of the few guys running for president on the Democrat side. He already pretty much got the nomination. That's against the full legalization of marijuana across the country. And you want to know something? We can't get the young people to vote get excited about over a 77-year-old Biden like they did over Barack Obama. They couldn't get excited over Hillary, pretty much the same age. What they have to do is, if he picks a vice president, or if he goes out in favor of legalization of marijuana, all the kids will vote for him. When I say kids, all the college students.
This is the first I've heard of that.
You want young people to get.
No.
Young
This
people
is the
are
first
not.
I've heard that he's against marijuana.
He is.
He is.
Well, he's fine with California and places that already have done it.
Okay.
But I'm talking about, there's a grand sweep to have all of them, every state, like they did with gay marriage and everything, have every state have it legal.
Right.
All of Canada is legal.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and it would be something that certainly the people who are against marijuana are not going to they're going to vote for Trump anyway. So
I don't know about all that. I don't know necessarily that's going to be the be and end all factor.
You listen. It's a single issue thing. I mean, there are people like you said. You won't vote for Warren because she's against. She's in favor of sex changes.
She's not qualified to be a president of the United States.
But a lot of people won't vote. A lot of religious people won't vote for.
It has nothing to do with the fact that that's just that. She's just not qualified to be president of the United States. She's no Hillary Clinton.
Okay. Well,
Elizabeth Warren is no Hillary Clinton. Let's get real about that, Kevin. Do you think she is? Prove to me how she is.
No, there's only one Hillary.
Okay. There's only one Mona Lisa. There's only one Leaning Tower of Pisa, baby, and there's only one gorgeous George.
If I ran
one gorgeous George.
If I ran for anything, George, I don't want to be a second-rate Joe Biden or second-rate Ralph Northam. I want to be the number one Kevin.
I'm excited.
Okay.
You're not excited about Joe Biden?
I will vote for him. Yes.
I'm more excited about Joe Biden than I was Barack.
Okay.
Okay, I was more excited about Hillary Clinton because I wanted the Clintons back in office. I was extremely excited about the Clintons because I wanted Hillary Clinton and Bill back in office. But I mean, I'm more pumped up than Obama about Obama for Joe Biden because I think this 77-year-old man is going to do it right. And you got Alyssa Milano, who is supporting Joe Biden, going against that Tara lady that thinks that is making this accusation, this alleged accusation that Joe had touched her or raped her or whatever. When the charm ladies, Rose McGowan, is gone against Joe, but Alyssa Milano, who's the boss girl, a little girl back in the day with Ted Danza, she's the one that's steadfast supporting Joe Biden, and as well as she should. And Melissa Milano, you got it going on. Melissa Milano,
Well, you talking about the actress,
sweet as can be. No, yeah, you remember.
Who cares what an actress?
I'm just saying, she supports the man.
I didn't.
It doesn't matter about accusations.
What Mr. Potato Head was voting for? Would you say that cool Potato Head knows what he's talking about?
Kevin, you're breaking up the constipation. I mean, the concentration. Okay. So let me finish up with your constipation and my concentration. The thing about it is simply this. This alleged woman is coming out of the woodwork saying that she was fondled and raped by Joe Biden. Of course, this is what they come out of the woodwork in the bewitching hour. And Tara Reader or whatever her name is, and it's not even worth talking about. But I'm saying
it isn't worth talking about.
The Charm Girls, you remember the Charm Girls? It was, but anyway, two of the Charm Girls, Rose McGowan, who's actually is married to Marilyn Manson. If you knew that or not, Rose McGowan is married to Marilyn Manson. That says it all right there about how screwed up in the head she is. But she's siding against Biden. But Alyssa Milano, the other Charm Girl, Alyssa Milano, is siding with Joe Biden. So
you're voting,
So kudos to the.
I heard that Pee Wee Herman is voting. I heard Pee Wee Herman's voting for Joe Biden.
Wee Wee Herman.
I heard that.
Now, let me tell you something.
I heard O.J. Simpson's voting for Donald Trump.
Is it Wee Wee Herman? Pee Wee. Oh, okay. Pee Wee. Well, what's his name? Paul.
Heard that O.J. Simpson's voting for Donald Trump.
Was
that his wedding?
What's Pee Wee's real name? Paul Schmucker.
Paul Rubens.
Oh, Paul Rubens. Okay, I thought it was Paul Schmucker. I thought he was
part of said it.
I thought he was part of Schmucker's. Excuse me. Hold on a second. I thought it was Paul Schmucker. I don't know why I thought that. I thought it was Paul Schmucker. I thought he was part of the Schmucker's boys, whatever. Schmucker's boys. Okay. Okay, so it's Paul. Yeah, Paul.
Actually, you want to? I could give you a whole long speech. Forget about those girls. Rose McGowan pretty much has no career in Hollywood because she went up against, rightly so, one of the worst predators in Hollywood, Harvey Weinstein. She claimed he raped her, and which is very upsetting and very sad. And I feel very bad for her. And she's actually a very pretty woman, and she's a very good actress. And I am sad. I feel sorry that she not only goes through that terrible ordeal, and then no one really hires her anymore.
That's a heavy accusation, though, to be making.
It's not a heavy accusation. He's in jail now for it.
I'm just saying, though, it's still. Oh, that sound was down the whole time?
No.
What do we just do? Okay.
Don't worry. Don't. Let me just deal with it.
You're going to deal with it, but I'm still on in this sound. Yeah, was that sound on the whole time or not? You sure? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I want to make sure of.
George, you're gonna look at the wall. Don't pay too much attention to what's going on.
I want to make sure we have sound. Okay. Not like we have, that's what I'm saying. So,
all the people.
So anyway, so we established that it wasn't Paul Schmucker, it was Paul Rubens. Okay. Yeah. I thought it was Paul Schmucker. I thought he was part of the Schmucker brothers, part of the Schmucker's Jam. Mm-hmm. I mean, but it's Paul Rubens. Okay. Mm-hmm. We're talking about Pee Wee or Wee Wee Herman. Mm-hmm. Do that Schmuckers thing there.
Oh yeah.
Those Schmuckers.
It's Mason Adams, and he goes, with a name like Schmuckers, it has to be good.
That's right.
He got paid $1 million a month.
And ladies, the name like Gorgeous George, it has to be good. Ladies, Gorgeous George, that is, it has to be delectable. It has to be good to see course, you see us on your camera right now, and you hear the tones or the tones from my voice. I can put you in a trance, and when I put you in a trance, you can be like mesmerized. What are you doing?
You're doing fine. Talk. Keep talking. Don't worry about this.
Move it.
There you go.
You can be mesmerized. I've got to move it because I'm being cut off here. Hold on a second. Let me cut off. I gotta get my whole body in here. Okay, there we go.
There you go.
I'm gonna cut it on. Cut off the genius here. I'm still playing cut off. All right, there we go.
No, I'm cut off.
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to make it work here.
I was just.
Yeah.
It looked like it was. You had like half a thing was the ceiling.
Okay. Well, Kevin,
I cut down the ceiling.
Kevin, why don't you look up and see what you see? Look up and see. Okay, we'll do that. All right. Hey, we're not getting any people out here not responding. Come on, this is gorgeous.
We're on your
Facebook
page. That's why.
Well, no, they shouldn't respond. What the hell's wrong with you?
They're on your page. That's why.
Yeah, we're on my page, so we ought to have people responding.
I know the Dallas Cowboy fans. You know how you know Dallas Cowboy fans? When they've been to your house, the toilets aren't flush. The cat is pregnant.
Hey. Cowboy fans, or is it tradition? Do I have to educate you again?
I don't want to denigrate.
There's going to be a test, and you're going to fail tremendously. And the test you will fail every time. The Cowboys are America's team. The Cowboys are the most highest paid of teams, all of sports. The Cowboys have the most capacity in Jerry's world. They have go-go dancers. Have you ever been to Jerry's world? Okay. Well, you go and we're not talking about Jerry Steinfeld either. With Jerry's world, you have the go-go dancers going around in the corners, and it holds the highest amount of people in the stadium. And it's not in Dallas; it's right in Arlington, Texas. People don't understand that. So when you go to see a Cowboys game, you are seeing this big, humongous indoor stadium, and it is the stadium that holds all. It's the Cowboy Stadium, AT&T, and that's where the Cowboys play. And you have more Cowboy fans in foreign countries, anywhere else. You have more Cowboy fans here in this country, and the most highest paid team of all of sports, whether they win or lose or draw, they are America's team. And they are popular. They're a popular team.
Every team has their fans.
But they're more Cowboy fans in every walk of life.
And one of these days,
walk of life
in the next 5, 10, 20 years, they'll probably win a Super Bowl again.
Win a Super Bowl probably this upcoming year.
To an empty crowd. This isn't going to be the football this year.
This upcoming year.
They'll play to an empty stadium.
Empty stadium?
If they play at all.
You think?
Do you want to go to a stadium with all those filthy Dallas Cowboy fans?
I want to go to well, no. Listen here. Where do you get off by talking bad about my Cowboys?
This is against the law. What is this? What is this?
It's against
what
Facebook
is this, a
policy.
dictatorship?
You damn right. On my page, it is. You got Cowboy fans that are on here, so you damn right you're talking bad about them.
Yeah, look at all the complaints we've got.
Yeah, well, I'm here.
Well, everything I've said.
There's a lot of complaints. I mean, a lot of complaints about talking ill about the Cowboy brethren.
Let me tell you something.
Cowboy fans are everywhere.
Jimmy Jones.
Jerry Jones. Say it right.
Jerky Jones. Jimmy Jam. Whatever his name is. He's not going to lose any sleep. Anything I say. In fact, I don't think he even gives a damn what I have to say.
Yeah. Okay.
So, or about any non-Cowboys fan has anything to say.
Yeah, well, the bottom line is Cowboys are America's team, and the Cowboys are the most revered team of all sports. And,
okay.
Yes.
But I'm glad you're a fan.
Yes. Well,
somebody's got to do it.
All right, Debbie Johnson. Debbie Johnson, you're out there. We see you. Say hi. You see us on camera. Say hi. You know who Debbie Johnson is, don't you? She's a nurse. She's a nurse, and
I'll call the police.
You call the police. She's been on Channel 6. She knows Bill Bevins, and she's also a part of the. Bill Bevins, right? Bill. Okay. Well, Debbie, she's on Channel 6 a lot. They use her for different functions during the holidays and whatnot. So Debbie, I know you're on there. We just saw you pop. Say something nice. We saw you.
She got better things to do.
We saw you.
If she's important on,
we saw you lurking. So please,
CBS.
please say hi or say something in the caption.
Does she know CBS Sports? I wanted to say hello to Mike Wallace. No, to Amy Rooney.
Okay, well, I mean, they're both planted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what you're getting at. So we see you all there. So say hi. Say hi.
We're not doing the show for.
Okay. I'm doing the people for people on my page. I see her name pop up, and so therefore I want basically as many people we can to come on here. I'm gonna prove a point. I'm gonna prove a point right now to you. Okay. We got some more.
I'm waiting.
Well, you can wait. I don't really need to prove a point. Don't need to prove a point. I can always already say what I'm going to say.
That's all you should do is just.
Here's
just
what
talk.
I'm going to say to you, Willis.
Right.
So you're going to bash the Cowboy brethren out there.
I'm being funny. I'm not. I don't.
You revere the Cowboy brethren out there because they're on this page there. They're going to smile. They're going to come out there and grab you from the camera. Yeah. So we gotta be nice.
Please don't vote for Trump like you did last time. Please, Dallas Cowboy fans. Please don't. We lost it last time, and we really need all the votes we can for our wonderful Joe Biden.
Cowboy star was what the wise man found Jesus with. They found the wise men. They saw Jesus with that cowboy star, and the wise women. Well, we know about the wise women what they did on that hot summer day in July when they gave baby Gigi. Well, there was a secretary and there was a seamstress. The secretary, seamstress, and I kept losing, and a stewardess. Mm-hmm. Okay, now we know the story. Why don't you tell the story since you know? You don't know the story?
No.
Oh, come on,
man.
You keep bringing it. What does that have to do with it? You know what the wise women did for the Gigi baby? We're not talking about Jesus. Yeah, we do care.
Jesus.
Well, the Gigi baby we care about. All right.
You tell it better.
The secretary, well, let's go here. The seamstress sewed the baby Gigi a stocking net to make sure he was warm. She sewed the stocking net, make sure that knit it well, and make sure he was warm as a baby. So she did that. So the seamstress did that. The secretary went ahead and made sure that she did some heavy dictation. She took care of the Gigi baby. She did some heavy dictation. Okay. And what did I just say? It was the seamstress, the secretary, and now I'm losing the next one. This was on the song. Okay. Anyway, the stewardess. The stewardess came, when we were on the plane and whatnot, and she had her baby next to her. And she was breastfeeding her baby. Then I came to her and I said, "Look, I said that baby seems to be nourished. That baby's really, really nourished. How about moving its head? Are you in a trance? You're in a trance."
Keep going.
Okay. So I don't know about this. Okay. So anyway, and the secretary went in. You're just like about ready to fall out. You're about ready to fall the hell out. God damn, man.
Tell your story.
Well, I'm telling the story, but it's like, what are you, Vince Van Winkle? What are you? That's Van Winkle? Okay. So, what was I saying? So yeah, and the stewardess, she was there, there, and she was breastfeeding her baby, and then had to come up there and say, "Well, listen here, I was a bottle-fed baby. So how about giving me some of that milk, and give me some of that nourishment that you're giving that baby?" Or she slapped me across the face, and I was literally laying in the plane right there in almost in the ocean, right in the Florida Peninsula. They told me get the crap out. I said, I just wanted some milk. I mean, that baby was breastfed. Give me some milk because I want to be breastfed. Because I was a bottle fed baby. What were you, Kevin? Were you a bottle fed baby? Okay. So you also you weren't a bottle fed baby? Oh my God. But it's nice to be, when you're having some cereal and be able to squeeze those bad boys out in the cereal bowl and be able to say, "Damn, you count Chocula and your Pebbles or whatever,
I'm a firm believer
and Lucky Charms,
that humans are the only animals that drink milk after their babies. So I don't think we should be drinking milk probably past the age of 12 years old.
I think we should be drinking milk because it makes sure our bones, and that's a part of the problem why people have their bones are not as strong as they were when they were a kid because they don't drink enough milk.
I see.
But I still say that squeeze them breastes, it makes better milk for the cereal.
Let me tell you something.
Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you can
Okay.
get your calcium from a lot of other ways. You can get calcium from a lot of vegetables have calcium. You can get calcium fortified in your orange juice and stuff. So
Okay.
I don't. But milk is. Let me tell you something. I was talking about this just a few days ago. Is that when I was as a grown up, I can drink wine. I can drink. Soda. I can drink. We were talking about pomegranate juice and everything.
Scum juice.
Where I could drink coffee.
Okay.
But when I was a kid, all I was allowed to drink was milk.
Okay.
And then once I got to be a certain age, I never wanted to drink milk again.
They say milk does the body good. I mean, milk
that's what the
good.
commercial. Yeah, that's what the milk
All right,
people say.
Anyway, let's get on to
The baby, the famous baby doctor. What was his name? Brazelton or something. He campaigned for Barry Brazelton, the famous pediatrician. He said, "Get your kids the hell off of milk after a certain age." So
I say drink milk until the day you die. Drink milk till the
you
day
drink
you die.
milk.
I did.
When's the last time you had a
I
glass
had
of
milk last week.
Last week.
Damn right.
Gosh.
That's right. I drank
You
milk.
sure it wasn't a milkshake?
I had milk
from McDonald's.
I had milk
God.
in a little bottle, and it was quite.
I used to see those ads.
It was quite tasty.
Where they used to say, "Where's your mustache?" Remember, they have celebrities with a milk, and I always said, "Well, where the hell is your napkin?"
So
in fact,
anyway,
I've had people tell me that they've known me for like 30 years or something, and they said, "I've never seen you eat an ice cream cone. I've never seen you drink a glass of milk." I said, "I'm lactose intolerant." I mean, like we all are after a certain age.
Well, no, we all to a certain degree. Milk doesn't cause that much. If you haven't, I mean, milk, certain dairy does, but milk doesn't. Well,
that's
the milk doesn't really
you
cause
drink
that.
skim or whole?
I drink skim milk.
Okay, well that's better.
I drink skim milk.
Yeah.
And when I get my Starbucks, and I don't really. I normally, if it's not Starbucks, it's black coffee. If it's black coffee, I will do that. But if it's not the black coffee, I have the skim milk, and I have, of course, my favorite, the cinnamon dolce latte. Cinnamon dolce latte, and it gives a little perk, little flavor to it, and it has a skim. It's
How
good.
much does that cost you? Like $13?
No, you see, you're over exaggerating. Skim milk, cinnamon dolce latte. It tastes like velvet.
I'm sure for $13 it's better.
Yeah,
it should taste like a woman's breast.
Now we were going to do speaking of breast. Speaking of breast, we are going to be doing a scene here soon. We're looking for a Batgirl and a Cat. Now, we were once Batman and Robin. We're going to be doing it again. We're going to be
only this time I'll be Batman. No. I'm older than you. Batman's older than Robin. Yeah, you'd make a perfect Robin, actually. Okay, you're right. Batman, Robin is younger and more athletic. Yeah, I'll be Robin. Sure, I'll be
more dim-witted. Holy guacamole, Batman! I just crapped in my pants.
Did you ever see Robin? I'll tell you one thing cool about Robin. He never wears pants, which I think is pretty cool. Walks around in a bathing suit all the time.
I just crapped in my pants.
Let me tell you something. You ever see Robin?
Holy guacamole, Batman!
And Batman wears his adult diaper outside his stockings, his pantyhose.
So anyway,
so you can do that.
So we're looking for a Batgirl and a Catwoman for some crime-fighting scenes. Now remember, you will be wearing a lot of latex, and
I'm going to paint you in latex paint,
and it's going to be show. We want to make sure that it fits, it fits the body very good. And we're going to have Inspector 12 there too. Inspector 12 is going to make sure that it covers the body good. And we're going to do some crime fighting scenes. So we need some athletic women, and take care of it.
Good luck at Richmond.
And we need some athletic women to take care of Batman and Robin's needs also.
Let me tell you something.
Batman and Robin's needs also. Okay?
Don't go to McDonald's and Walmart if you want to look for athletic women.
When I say athletic women, women that are athletic, that look decent.
Good luck.
They want to pretty much ride Space Mountain. And we're not talking about just any ride. We're talking about Space Mountain. We're ride Space Mountain. We need you. We need you to be looking good. We need you to walk in our arms as our significant other when we fight crime. We fight crime, wow, bam. So we're looking for that very vigorously, and now we were going to talk about, put an ad for my Dom Tom Yum, his new restaurant called the Salted Peter. We were talking about this last week. He has a brand new restaurant. They have a coronavirus soup that's delectable. A very coronavirus soup is delectable. It's got all the viruses in there. Very good. And then he has a lemon drop salted soup. Come to Salted Peter. You'll get your soup. You'll get 2 soups for the price of 1. We have a lemon drop soup with saltedness coming from the Salted Peter. We serve no cat. We serve no rabbit. Come to Salted Peter, and we'll give you a delectable salted dish. Come to see us, and we'll come see you. And make sure when you come, you'll rub Buddha in the stomach. Rub Buddha's stomach really good, and we'll see you here. Come see us.
This is where you complain. We're a regular complaint department here. This is where you go.
I'm doing a plug. I'm doing a plug for my boy, home. And you want me to put a plug in for Salted Peter. Come to Salted Peter. No cat, but Peter. Just the Peter.
I remember the cook at that Chinese restaurant. His name was Hung Wang.
Hung Dong?
Hung Wang.
Hung Wang. Okay. Was there any? Okay.
He didn't wear a jock strap. He didn't wear a jock strap.
Was there any relations to Wang Chung?
He didn't wear a jock strap, so his name was One Hung Lo.
Oh. Was there any relations to Wang Chung?
Wang Chung.
Wang Chung.
I found out Wang Chung was the name of a dynasty in China. I didn't know that.
No,
I just thought of it as that band that didn't have one Chinese guy in it.
All right, so what's the latest on, speaking of Chinese, let's go up to North Korea and see what's going on with
supposedly he's still alive.
He's alive?
Supposedly he's still alive, yeah. He was just he probably got sick.
Yeah, Kim Jong-un.
Kim Jong-un, they actually had him, they thought they were going to have to swear in his sister.
Right.
But who's supposedly very smart and smarter than he is. But he
Says who?
I don't know anything about that. I'm not as
okay. Well,
ask Donald Trump. Hey, that's his friend.
So
ask Dennis Rodman. He knows. I don't know. Well, I understand he's like 100 pounds overweight and a chain smoker.
Okay.
So and probably the worst leader in the world.
Okay.
So for him to be gone is not going to be not a whole lot of people are going to cry about it. But
we don't know.
Well, I know that Donald Trump was asked, "What do you think of your friend Kim Jong-un?" And he says, "I know what happened. I can't tell you what happened, but I know what happened." And evidently, he was probably tipped off, but was due to loyalty to him, probably didn't disclose. I mean, it probably was a government secret. I mean, government secret that he didn't want to divulge.
Top secret.
Yeah, because Donald Trump he'll just shoot his mouth out about anything. Evidently, he kept his mouth shut about Kim Jong-un.
No. You must swallow disinfectants. You must take some Tide Pods and stick them in your mouth. That will take care of any. If you have the coronavirus, put some Tide Pods in your mouth. That's what you do. I heard if I swallowed some disinfectant, if I swallowed some Lysol, that I would be it would take care of the problem. Or if I think I have coronavirus. I think I have the coronavirus. It would take care of the coronavirus if I swallowed some Lysol. What do you think? If you think that and believe that, then I think the operative word is imbecile.
One thing for sure,
Imbecile.
it would
Imbecile.
cure the coronavirus, because that would be the last thing on your mind if you were taking bleach, injecting it.
Well, I'll take some Tide Pods. We'll take some detergent Tide Pods.
Like the guy with the toothache.
And can we say imbecile?
I do that with the
That's an
doctor.
operative word, we could say.
I remember seeing a doctor on a cartoon once. A guy went with a toothache, and the guy broke his arm. He goes,
Right.
"Oh, what'd you do that for?" He goes, "You don't have a toothache anymore, do you?" And let me tell you,
do that, because I want to check something out.
They actually had. I went to a grocery store just this week, and they, only once a week I go to a grocery store, and they actually had a sign up and says, please do not use this in the bleach section, the Clorox and everything, and please do not use this. It's as a cure for COVID-19. Somebody said that Donald Trump has a new cure for coronavirus. It's called Formula 409.
You sure it's not Formula 40D? Or maybe Pennzoil? Maybe Pennzoil formula?
That's not a disinfectant.
Well, you might as well throw that in there. But Pennzoil?
Well,
yeah, sure. Why not?
Vaseline is made from oil. It's a petroleum jelly, and thus, indeed, the guy who it's made from what used to be stuff out of the ground.
That's right.
Also, they actually had to put a sign up. And let me tell you something: if your boss or if your family member or any friend of yours or enemy of yours says, if anyone told you, someone you respect, that bleach will cure you of your disease, I would be very careful everything that person says to me from here on out. If
you were a simpleton and you believe anything that anybody says,
if someone told me to take bleach for a disease, if the next day he told me it's going to be sunny today, I'd still take a raincoat and an umbrella.
Would you? Okay, Kevin, that's nice to know. Now, tell us, weathermen, what are we looking at? We're looking at some chunks of stuff coming from the sky. Are we looking from maybe some geese flying up with some stools?
Oh yeah, we were talking about geese today.
Yeah.
Geese are there's Canadian geese. You tell us ran into a bunch
I'm just saying that you cannot run over. Of course, last week I ran over a cat, a possum, and a rabbit. And I was a trifecta fall for the wrong reasons. A possum, which is the most stupidest animals. Really, I don't see why they serve a purpose. Cat, I felt really bad about. And of course, the rabbit, I felt really bad about. They all ran right into the damn car. Now today,
all at once.
Yeah. Now today there were some geese coming out. These geese, they're cute. They're cute animals. They. And so they, the mother and her little hens, or her mother and the little goslings, tomato, call the whole thing.
Ryan Gosling.
Well, yeah. So they're walking the street, and I'm like, oh, my goddamn, I gotta go. And they're walking the street, and then they're taking their time, bum, 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 bum. And I got this guy honking the horn. I said, "You motherfucker! I've got a family walking in front of the car right now. I'm not going to run over them." And he honking the horn. I said, "God damn!" Give him the finger. I said, "I'm not running over these animals." So I mean, basically, if you run over a geese, it is a crime. You run over a geese, it is a big, humongous crime. Or it's a fine, or that they give you, So I don't know.
Protected.
So what I'm saying, but they are. But now I didn't know the pellets were stools.
Oh no, they are. They're not. If you ever go to now, you're talking about those brown geese, or are you talking about those white geese?
I'm talking about the geese with the curly neck, or the curly neck, something like that, curly neck.
That's all geese.
Curly neck. Well, that's the geese. They're the curly neck.
Oh, what color were they?
Well, they got the little strip of green coming out of them too. With green and gray and.
Sure, they weren't ducks or pigeons.
No, they're geese.
They're big.
They're geese.
size.
Yes,
Like
green
as
and gray.
big as a
They're
turkey or
walking
something.
the
Yeah.
street. Yeah, walking
Okay,
the
well,
street.
those would, yeah, okay, they're not robins or sparrows, meaning that when they fly and they poop, they're big. It's like a dog
It's
pooped
cool.
on your
Okay.
on your
So
sidewalk
ladies,
or on your
ladies
car.
and gentlemen, we're talking flying stools coming from the sky. We're not talking about bird crap. Bird crap that you normally the white stuff, because bird crap is usually white. We're talking about flying stools coming down on your windshield. Flying stools going on your windshield.
I'll tell you where it's really bad about those geese is, and they are like at the James River. They hang out there, and people, and a lot of times when you're like trying to swim and you see all this green stuff on the rocks, you think that's algae, and it's not. It's their poop.
Oh.
And thus they're. I mean, forget about an oil slick or like throwing throw garbage. That's the worst pollution of them all.
Sounds delectable and simmered in some sauce.
Poop is actually a big problem in North Carolina because of all the pig farming.
Did you say shite?
All the pig farming there, that actually pollutes a lot of the rivers there and everything because they have so much pigs for the barbecue and stuff. And then we made a damn fool mistake selling all this pork to China. They like own like Kentucky Fried Chicken and on all these places, and they get all our meat and we get all the poop. In North Carolina, they get to eat the meat.
And that's the terminology how we beat our meat. We beat our meat. That's good terminology of that.
I saw a sign up at a butcher shop, and it said, "You could beat our prices, but you can't beat our meat."
That's right. Because if someone else is beating your meat, then you got a problem. You got either a stalker, or you got someone that wants to be frisky, and they want to beat your meat. You don't let a frisky person beat your meat. Beat your own meat.
Didn't Michael Jackson have a song about beating?
Beat it if it's getting cold, reheat it. Of course, also rarely eat it if it's getting cold, reheat it. Get yourself a banana. Get yourself a shit. Anyway.
I was thinking eating it as well.
Beat it and eat it. It's the same thing.
Look how it worked out for Michael Jackson.
You beat it, and then you eat it. But you don't eat. You let someone else eat it. But make sure it's of the opposite sex.
Michael Jackson died getting that anesthesia every night by his doctor to put him to sleep because he felt he couldn't sleep otherwise. Somebody said that's using anesthesia to fall asleep every night is like taking a chemotherapy just because you didn't want to cut your hair anymore. Right. Makes no damn sense at all. Right. And I guess the show is over.
No, it's still on. We're still on. I'm looking at something. I'm looking at a personal message right now. Go ahead. You go ahead, Kevin. Keep
I got plenty. Yeah, I have so many friends, George, that I can look at all my personal messages when this is over. There'll just be 10, 20, maybe probably no more than 50 after this that they saw the show. So I don't have to look at one.
I'm looking at one. I'm looking at two. I'm looking at a few. Okay. Because they're not
all pretty girls.
Because they're not on here posting doesn't mean that you're not.
All pretty girls
watching. They are watching. We hope they're
watching. Well, you're probably, if you're watching this, we did this last night, so you're watching it now in the middle of the day, Monday afternoon. So let me tell you, I haven't seen Saturday Night Live in years. I've been always watching Monday morning on the internet. I don't even know why they do it live. I mean, with the internet, you don't really have to do anything live anymore. Everything is there. Usually, you miss the show.
Here's the
deal.
We do not need. We did a show at the public access station for the past 26 years, and we always had to go upon a schedule. When we're on, when we're not on. Then the public access station closed, and they're doing it out of the library. I have a problem with doing a show in a library because it's open to the public for them to come in like the problem we had this last winter. We had those trolls that came in and tried to confiscate the show. Now,
the pubic library.
When we did it in the public access station for so many years, all right, when we did it for so many freaking years, we did it in a closed station. So nobody could come in, and we went out when we went out. Now it's in a public library, and people can go flock around, go to the where it's being looked at in the studio room, and then try to confiscate the show like they did. Those trolls did that one show. They were not able to get the rest. Of course, unfortunately, I had lost the disc, and we lost the disc because moving and all that other
I'm
stuff.
supposed to be the stupid one.
Well, you are. But that's
I would have held on to the damn disc.
That's beside the point. Now we're here and we're doing our thing. So there you go. I just need to let people know that that's okay, because you see us now and you'll be seeing us more. And we're going to be using Facebook to do our shows. If I'm ready to, and I'll probably put this show up maybe tomorrow. The trolls will see it. I'm not worried about it. The trolls will see this, and I don't give a rat's ass.
Now you
but right now, on my page, they ain't going to see it. And why they're not going to see it on my page, because my page is locked down like Fort Knox. My page is locked down like Fort Knox. They ain't going to see what's on this page or the other page. On Kevin's page, they saw it because Kevin keeps his page wide open.
I don't think there my
page
your
wide open.
That.
Like your mouth sometimes. You keep it wide open sometimes. You're wide open for strange things to
come in.
for
pretty girls
strange things to come in your mouth. You don't want that. Foreign matter. You don't want that. So anyway, but there's no foreign matter on this line. No foreign matter. This is Fort Knox, and nobody can get on here. Only the people that are on Facebook and the Cowboy Network, and my selected few people out there that see us and want the touch of Gigi coming to them in a full peck.
2,000 people that a very select group of 2,000 people. Now let me tell you something. Those 2,000 people have friends. What if those people gave your 2,000 friends herpes, and then they gave them herpes and them herpes? Don't ever think that there's never stops.
You obviously think a little too much. You overthink it. I don't know.
All it takes is one nut.
I don't know about herpes. I mean, have you had herpes before? You never had herpes before?
No, I just said no.
I thought you said you had herpes one time.
I never.
I think you said you had herpes and then you were trying to use bliss sticks to get rid of it. I don't know. That's why I just remember that. I don't know. Okay. Or maybe it's slurpee.
You were telling me you had herpes.
Was it Slurpees?
You told me you had herpes, and I realized it was just a hairpiece, not herpes.
Yeah, but you have fucking real talk. This is real. You see that? That's freaking real. I pull that thing off. I'm gonna pull off a damn air. I'm gonna pull off a rat. That's the rat right there. You pull that damn thing off, it'd be a rat.
George, George, you have more. You and Joe Biden have more plugs in your head than AT&T.
Well,
any more chemicals in your hair than Lady Yarid.
Joe Biden and I have something in common. We're both winners. Joe Biden and I have something in common. Joe Biden is going to be the next president of these United States.
Certainly hope so.
And Gorgeous George is going to be president of the Punani. Gorgeous George is going to own and devour that Punani like it is no tomorrow. So just bank on them apples. I am what's causing all this and have been causing all this for 25, 26 some years. Ain't going to stop. I am the man that's causing all of this. And the sooner you all believe it and know it, the sooner we all will be better for all's wares. Because I am the daddy of the Mac. I am the Mac of the daddy. And I am the man. And I've not been drinking now. I'm just tired. So if I've been drinking, probably say, you sound like you've been drinking. No, I'm not drinking. I'm just tired. But all that being said,
that's just hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
12-year-old hand sanitizer.
I've got my own I've got my own sanitizer that I brew every time I use the bathroom. That's my hand sanitizer, and it's very salty, and it does the trick very well because I am the Mac Daddy, and I am what's causing all of this, and that's all you need to know. There's one Mona Lisa, and there's one Leaning Tower of Pisa, and baby, there's only one Gorgeous George. We tried this. We're going to see how this works. It'll go up on YouTube. I am what's causing all this.
One last thing. You have anything to say about the coronavirus? Everybody stay healthy, all right?
June 10th is the day we're going to be reopened. Everything will be back to normal, hopefully. Don't rush it, Lo. June 10th is the day, but we can't rush it because we don't know what we're facing. Keep it smooth, keep it square, and have me and your thoughts, baby.
Woo! Thank you, George. All right, here we go. All right. Wait, you end this
Yeah,
live video, but I don't want to save or delete. I want to end it.